Welcome back to Family Fridays on 11/11. Today, as part of our theme, we'll be discussing a topic that often adds stress to families: procrastination. We've all been there, putting off tasks, delaying important actions, and usually to our detriment. Today, let's explore the top reasons why we procrastinate and debunk a few common misconceptions about this sneaky habit. Over time, it turns into a mindset that affects not only us, but those around us, especially our children who are always watching and learning. The impact of procrastination goes beyond delayed tasks. It can lead to increased stress within the family, missed opportunities for social and academic endeavors, and can generate a sense of unfulfillment in us as parents and even resentment from our children. By recognizing these consequences and dispelling misconceptions, we can motivate ourselves to make positive changes for our overall well-being. Procrastination is something we've all grappled with. It's time to unravel some myths and misconceptions about this behavior, so grab a cozy blanket, settle in, and let's talk about it with some kindness and understanding. As parents, we often feel like there aren't enough hours in the day, especially when we have kids in activities and sports, and we're seemingly always on the go. A common misconception is that procrastination is purely a time management issue. In reality, it often stems from deeper emotional or psychological factors. While time management plays a role, procrastination is often a complex behavior tied to various factors such as fear of failure, perfectionism, lack of motivation, or underlying psychological issues. Simply improving time management may not address the root causes of procrastination. Understanding this can help us address these issues and develop more effective strategies for overcoming procrastination. Procrastinators are often labeled as lazy or lacking discipline. Judgments like this often add undue stress to whatever task we're avoiding and can also make us feel worse about ourselves and our abilities. It becomes more complicated when the things we're putting off impact our children. For example, putting off decorating for the holidays to the last minute can make your child feel like they didn't get to fully participate in the season, or that the magic of the season isn't important to you. Procrastination is not necessarily a sign of laziness. People who procrastinate may struggle with issues such as anxiety, self-doubt, or difficulty starting tasks. It's important to recognize that procrastination is a behavioral pattern that can be influenced by various psychological and emotional factors. Behaviors are often adopted by our children, so it's important that we examine these factors and make improvements when necessary. Another reason many of us leave things on the back burner is because some believe that leaving tasks until the last minute and working under pressure can lead to better performance and creativity. While some individuals may thrive under pressure, chronic procrastination can lead to increased stress, lower quality work, and negative consequences. Leaving things to the last minute also prevents you from having flexibility with your family. If you've waited until the last minute to get started, then you can't stop what you're doing to handle issues that arise while you're working. This could lead to an imbalance in responsibilities for your older children. It can lead to confusion and resentment because they don't understand why you can't spend time with them. And it can lead to lower quality outcomes for whatever you're working on because you're experiencing increased stress. As previously mentioned, fear of failure is a contributing factor to procrastination and a major reason many of us put things aside. Whether it's starting a business or implementing a new rule with your kids, it's okay to admit that sometimes fear holds us back. The fear of not meeting our own expectations or those of others can be paralyzing. But here's the thing, you are not alone in feeling this way. It's a common human experience. Perfectionism is another sneaky mental barrier that can keep us tied up in combing over details rather than launching the product or starting that new rule at home. We set standards so high that starting a task becomes daunting. But remember, perfection is a myth. We are all beautifully imperfect, and that is what makes us unique. Motivation, or lack thereof, is another reason some of us would rather scroll social media or do something fun than work on our goals. It happens, and it's okay. Sometimes tasks seem dull or disconnected from our goals. We'll explore ways to reignite that spark and make things more engaging. Sometimes all we need is a little reminder of our why. Why did we make this goal in the first place? How is it going to improve our lives? Now, let's talk about moving through procrastination and into productivity with purpose. One effective approach is breaking down tasks into smaller, more manageable steps. This not only makes the workload seem less daunting, but also allows for a sense of accomplishment with each completed step. This is a strategy that often is used in schools when students are struggling to get started on or complete a project. By modeling this for our children at home, we're showing them that even when it's hard, even when we don't feel like it, we show up for the things that are important to us. It models dedication, perseverance, good work ethic, and confidence in our abilities. Another powerful strategy is setting specific goals. Define exactly what needs to be done and create a realistic timeline. This clarity can serve as a roadmap, guiding you through the process and helping you dispel the misconception that procrastination is an insurmountable obstacle. Time is truly one of our most valuable resources. The richest man in the world can't buy time. We often say things like there aren't enough hours in the day or that we simply don't have time to do things. Something I learned as a mother, particularly with 2 boys under 2, is that prioritizing is one of the best ways to make good use of your time. And priorities change depending on the day. There are times that my work needs to be prioritized, and that means I get to help my kids learn valuable skills like patience and delayed gratification, and I get to model a strong work ethic. The work I do is important to me, and it is of service to others. Sharing my why with my kids helps them understand why I need to step away for a bit to do work, and it helps remind me that it's okay to step away from them for a bit. Remember, our children are always observing us, even when we don't realize it. Our habits, including procrastination, are passed on to them. It's a crucial reminder that the actions we take today shape their habits of tomorrow. Today's tiny task is to have an honest conversation with your family about how they perceive procrastination and where they see examples of it most often within the family. This opens the conversation for us to make repairs for any resentments that may have built up as a result of missed opportunities. It also allows us to share a new perspective of procrastination and invite our family members to reflect on their own habits. If fear or perfectionism is holding us back, let's challenge those thoughts. Embrace realistic expectations and remember that it's okay to not have everything figured out. Your reward for today is a worksheet that will help you determine why you and members of your family procrastinate and guide you through making a small action plan to turn things around. As we wrap up, remember that overcoming procrastination is not about perfection, but progress. Each step forward, no matter how small, contributes to a more purposeful and fulfilling life. So let's go from procrastination to anti-crastination. And that goes for our Magic of Immersive Learning program that starts in just 3 days. What are you waiting for? Why wait on learning how to make school, reading, and everyday life more fun for yourself and your kids? If you sign up today, you'll get an extra surprise. Thanks so much for joining me today. Wishing you all tons of family fun.